Hey, Zopo here for part 2 of my Skies of Arcadia playthrough. So here, picking up as I left off the last time, just as I discovered the Tomb of the Pirates, who we only know as D, and here I'm just trying to catch some fish. There's not much use to catching them, other than selling them early on, and later in the game one of your crew member can cook stuff from them, or two can do it actually, just depending on what kind of fish. There are different quality fish, as you see. There's usually one of a different color within the whole thing, and that is a more rare fish. Yeah, I'm just speeding up this battle because we're gonna see a lot of them. It's pretty boring and quite long because this Marocca enemy has quite a high defense, and it's just ended up having to use magic and it guarded, and it's just big waste of time. I ended up killing it with a cut. No, I didn't even kill it with a cutlass flurry. That's the thing. I needed to use the Piri spell, which is the first red spell, to get rid of it, as it's basically just weak to magic. Then yeah, battle ended. All in all, leveled up, level 4, and trying to look around if this happened to be discovery. Then I recalled, no, the only discovery is the source, which is above the sky. So I just decided to start flying towards my destination, Pirate Island, just checking if there's anything to be had. The white cloud walls are here to limit where you can go early on in the game. As the game progresses, the ship will get upgraded and we start to be able to go through various blockades. Eventually you'll be able to fly all 3 levels of the sky, and then you have an entire world to explore. So yeah, little scene as we finally get home to Pirate Isle. I mean, with a name like that, you'd think it wouldn't be hard for the authorities to find it, but they seem to be doing just fine. Fina just looking at the site. I wonder how the wind is messing with my hair. Hey Fina, how are you doing? So, our hero, Vice, handsome as ever. I'm feeling much better, thank you for your concern. So, yeah, this is pretty lame conversation. It's a base Pirate Isle. Pirate Isle, yes. Keep repeating the name to make sure the person playing has got it. It's just little tricks. That would be Vice's mom. There's some neighbors. Kids playing with a dog thing. This one's name is Pow, but they do have, the species have an actual name which can't recall at the moment. So they're just happy to see everyone's back. Seeing some nice children makes Fina happy. She's just a very nice and calm person. And I think the pretty cool setup for the ship, just dig a massive hole in the island and put it in there. So the albatross coming in. It's with the actual logo of the game as its flag. And now she's scared. Oh no, it's getting dark and we're getting inside a big hole in an island. Vice just looks smug next to it. Her. Not that he's smug, it's just has that cocky smile thing. Okay. I love the music in this game, even the simpler tune like this one. I just want to dance to it. So, our loot. Yeah, we're not getting a cent of this. I mean, in practice, we will be getting something out of the raid, but it's not any gold or armor. Although, arguably, it's probably a lot more important. So yeah, of course it's fun. You're getting money out of it. And we all know you're obsessed with money because your hair is orange, and that is just an unarguable fact of life in Japanese themed things. Orange equals money. So yeah, the underground port is inside the island where headquarters is located. There's armories, shops, and a tavern. I'm not gonna go bother visit any of that because there's no point in getting any equipment there. It's just not worth the trouble. So yeah, the big daddy wants to talk with the girl. But yes, we better hurry. He hates when you're late. Even though arguably he was a tad late himself when rescuing us, or maybe he was right on time. So yeah, just saving because it's always useful to save. Yeah, I love the soundtrack of that game. Even the smallest little bit of sound effects, like just to save the loading, I think it's all done just so perfectly. And just looking at the whole thing, getting towards your dad's office. I'm even forgetting to talk because of this music. I just want to listen to it. Oh yeah, he will never get off a ladder in a normal manner like we would by climbing over. And he'll just stop to show, I think, just like nice detail, like the logo carved into the wood. Although when you zoom in, it just doesn't look quite as good. Probably wasn't planned for people zooming in on it. Anyway. And yet another scene. Vice and Ika are reporting for duty, and we brought Fina like you requested. I'm not even gonna bother acknowledging your presence. Ooh, echo. For foreboding. A little late. I came here as fast as humanly possible. Dine, the captain of the Blue Rogues. Of course. Yeah, because that's how Fina speaks. And Dine, I think, has a really manly voice. He's the man. He's the big daddy. So what country are you from, and where are you traveling alone out of here? Why were you traveling? And here, I'm just gonna shut up and listen. Because as this little sound thing goes, that was the right choice. Captain Dine, you worry too much. Fina is just a normal girl. Yeah, because Ika, I imagine Ika was sort of a very American accent. I don't know why. I think it just suits her. Can I let her live?
Huh?
But... Fina, it's your turn to speak. Scared. Panic attack. Fina, I cannot say. Why is that? Is it because we are air pirates? No, that has nothing to do with it. I want you with all my... Yeah, I'm doing this too fast. So, this is obviously not meant for being read out loud. It just takes too long. Stares quietly. I like how he has a picture of his wife on his office. And a picture of his boat. But nothing of his son. Nothing. He just doesn't care. Maybe he just like, since he's actually bringing him along, doesn't need a picture. I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Advice, I gotta bring the girl. Yay! It's an overly enthusiastic sound. Anyway, with that down, it's time to start getting some of the chests hidden on the island. So first, I'm gonna guess it's Dine's own personal secret stash, as it's hidden behind this. Then you have to go down a ladder, and there's a whole lot of junk behind. And it's just, yeah, getting down the ladder, and just got 150 gold, so not that big a stash. You get maybe, I don't know. It's not his retirement fund, that's for sure. You can basically do the groceries with that. And I'm not sure, would they even have a grocery store on this island? I mean, it's just a very small thing where everyone just lives together, and I'm guessing this is more like a community project thing where everybody lives in harmony, kind of like in a hippie style. Because, I mean, there are shops, obviously, but I don't think the people use them much. They obviously steal a lot of stuff because they're pirates. Which kind of raised the question, why would pirates need a shop? Don't they get more than enough stuff just from stealing them? So yeah, Aika wants to go to her house just to freshen up. We'll come back to that in a minute, because of a little hidden secret scene in the game. I'm sorry, I'm feeling very burpy today. So yeah, I have to talk to this kid to get another little boost. So sure, you can be a sailor. And yeah, you get the boost to your swashbuckler rating. And now I'm trying to remember where I wanted to go. Looking for Aika's house in chest. So yeah, there is a chest behind the house on the other side with some little crystals for healing, which is good, because really you almost never actually use magic in the game. I mean, it's not really that worth it, because it uses MPs and your spirit bar at spirit points. So super attacks are just more effective in general. And yeah, that's the secret scene I meant. With Aika with her hair down. You only get to see her with her hair down twice in the game, and that's one of those 2 times, and it's very easily missed. I mean, you kind of have to know it's there, or just actually actively try to touch everything in the game. Let's see, who's there? Take that, you creep! And pillow to the eye. I don't know how he managed to hurt his eye, because there is an actual wall with a small hole, and she only sent a pillow. So I don't know, but yeah, you heard his eye. The push point. Oh, so yeah, so then more chest getting. First one is, yeah, behind this stone. A lot of hidden passages on this island, obviously. Kinda need to, in case the authorities decide to come by. Although I'm not quite sure who the authorities are in the Central Ocean where we're located, because there isn't an actual main country there. It's just a bunch of islands. Only 2 inhabited island, one of them being Pirate Island and the other one being Sailor's Island. So yeah, really not much there. here, yeah, keep looking for the chest. So you have to go up there. I'm gonna have to climb all the way up here. So we can just take in the sights. I mean, it's a fairly tall ladder. You don't want to slip and fall, because you will likely die. I mean, this is really unsafe. And long. Very, very long. I could sing a song by the time get up. I don't know. I don't have any song to sing. And again, I just like the sound, to take the time to listen to the soundtrack of the game. Wait, here you can see a dot of light. That's something that is called a moonfish, which is an invisible or semi-invisible fish, which will come in later when you get like an upgrade for Vice's eye patch lens thing. So you'll be able to see them, capture them, and then you have to give them to a little girl who feeds them to her bird. And he gets bigger and bigger with each fish, and then he pukes out items for you to use. You just cannot make that up. Early on they're not that good, but by the end they get to be very good items, and you need to complete that side quest to have the 100% completion, so I will probably be doing it. And you actually need it for one of the other side quests to move forward, because they're linked. But no spoilers, because it's quite an interesting story, these side quests. So wait for it to come up in the game. So 2 magic droplets, which are quite useful. And they'll restore your MPs, so you can use more magic. Okay. Another little save, because you can never ever save enough in an RPG. So yeah, here we finally get home for food. Not very sure what we'll be eating. Some stewy thing, I think, by the looks of it. Kind of looks like concrete, just water. I mean, this is a 15-year-old game now, so I'm not gonna complain that there isn't much detail. I mean, console game for 15 years ago. There's nothing to do. Oh, here's the hungry one. Sunset? You betcha I want to see it. Must be beautiful. Yeah, Lookout Island. That's the small island I got up with the ladder earlier. So yeah, just looking at the beautiful sunset. As I said in the previous video, I found, despite its age, this game is still very, very beautiful in my opinion. I mean, wow. Just all the light effects and everything is just... Granted, this isn't that beautiful to look at. I mean, it's just a ladder going up. Yeah. Come on, up. Oh yeah. New scene. Yet again. This episode is gonna be, just scenes of the game. Really not much action. Episode 3 will be the first dungeon, but for now it's just the 3 main characters, really. Because if you hadn't guessed by now, Fina will become the 3rd permanent party member. It's just how the game works. They have you have these 3 pretty much all the time, and the 4th character will change a few times through the story, and at the end you can just pick between a couple. Although you will recruit another character before you recruit her, but then things happen. You will see later. So yeah, his dream, Vice wants to be a captain of his own ship and sail beyond the sunset. Because at the time, in their universe, they did not yet know that the Earth, or what they're called, their world is called Arcadia, did not know that the world was round. So they have to find that out. That was a moonstone. Yes, these were moonstones, not some spaceship alien attack. The moons in this world tend to shed rocks every once in a while, and they use those as energy source, as they will explain soon enough. So yeah, Shrine Island. This will be your next destination for the first dungeon. Fina won't come with us yet. It will just be Ike and Vice, and epic music for the foreboding of the coolness to come. Yeah, so again, explaining what the moonstones are, just pieces of rock that fall from the moons. They use them as an energy source, and as I've said earlier, 6 moons with different color, each have different properties. They're under the silver moon, so this will be a silver moonstone, which gives you silver power, which is really life and death spells. So resurrection spells when you're alive and knocked out, and instant death spells, which you really barely ever use. Oh, and the cure status effect spell is silver as well. You'd think it'd be green because that's all the healing stuff, but no. Healing is just a green magic is just recovery HP and I think 2, or is it 3 poison spell. Just doom 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 doom. So yeah, that's the sound of the basically whenever you're slipping in or whenever you go to sleep and you get all healed up, that's the sound you'll be hearing. Yet another scene, just morning on Pirate Isle. Vice stretching. Vice. Good morning. We're going to Shrine Island today, right? Yeah, I'll be right down. Give me a second. Yeah, it'd be funny if it just went, no, I don't wanna. I'm gonna stay here and sleep in. Not really his style. So yeah, Vice's room. I wanna stay standard teenager room. I mean, slightly messy with some papers on the floor. If memory serves right, it's all just maps and stuff. So yeah, that's our part of the loot, the purple moonstone. So now we can change our weapons to purple element, which is ice magic. Does it do anything other than icing stuff? I think there's no. Does it do defense up? Maybe, I don't exactly remember. I know the red spells, rather than only fire explosions, also give you power up spells, but it's both attack and defense actually. So yeah. Oh no, it's silence. Yeah, silence spells are the other part of the purple magic. Yeah. So yeah, this green is, as I said many times before now, healing poison. Red is fire, which is really attacks all enemies, and power up. Yeah, just checking my stats here, and as you can see, my title changed to Vice the Blue Rogue, and here I'm thinking about what super attacks I'm gonna upgrade, because I got 2 moonberries, one from beating that bull, and one from finding it in the chest earlier, and really choosing which one I want. I'm gonna pick Ike's first 2 because Alpha Storm is quite handy. It doesn't take as much as Cutlass Fury and can hit multiple enemies, and Delta Shield, because when you encounter enemies that starts to use a good bit of magic, it's nice to have, because it will block all magic damage. But it will also... It doesn't actually do that, it stops all magic, so you can't use any yourself. Because as I said, I don't really use magic that much, so it's not really that big a deal. What was I talking before? Yes, elements. So then there's blue, which is wind attack, which is like small tight groups of enemies, and speed up magic, which also moves your dodge rate. And yeah, I'm gonna show you this full encounter because it's quite short, and it's full of loopers, which I mentioned earlier. These enemies that either run or you can't hit, and when they occasionally do stuff, they actually hit you quite hard. But if you do manage to beat a couple of them, you get a pretty nice reward. So I really got lucky, and the first ones are not that much of a pain.
That was easy.
So yeah, that was easy, as I said. Yeah, so then what was I? After blue, yeah, there's purple, as I said, that's ice and silence. Then you have lightning magic, yellow, which is lightning, and something. Confusion? No. I don't recall. I honestly cannot remember. But yeah, this is Shrine Island. So, last little scene of this episode. Vice over there. Look at that size of that hole. It was a massive rock. But problem is, water will have seeped in everywhere, and we're gonna have to basically drain the place. Because, as we'll find out a bit later, Aika here cannot swim. And yep, this will be all for today's episode. This is my last little save for the day. I am Zopu, this is Skies of Arcadia, and see you next time, YouTube.